أكبر الله أكبر.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Alhamdulillah. Yesterday we took 3 letters from the middle of the tongue. Jim, Shin, Ya. When these 3 letters are from the same makhraj, what does it mean that they are from the same makhraj? Meaning the same 2 entities of this tongue collide. The same 2 entities of the mouth, they collide. They share the same makhraj. When these 3 letters share the same makhraj, then we have to ask ourselves, then what is it that distinguishes one from the other? We see that in the jim, what distinguishes them from the major things that distinguish the letters that are shared in the same makhraj is the issue concerning sawt wa nafas. Sawt is sound, whether it's running, flowing, or suppressed and stopped. Also, the issue of wind. Is it continuously flowing when pronouncing this letter, or is it stopped and suppressed? In the jim, there's no sound and there is no air. You say to that, habas as-sawt. In habasa as-sawt, in habas, the sawt is stopped. The sound is stopped. Ajja. Wa habas an-nafas. The nafas, the air, nafas, is also stopped. So this conveys that this letter is articulated with some sort of strength from the reader, that he has to jam his tongue, or place his tongue, I should say, strongly, the middle of his tongue, with the hanak al-a'la, with the roof of his mouth. Ajja. What comes after that is the sheen, which is totally opposite from the jim. Verily, the sheen in it is jiriyan as-sawt. The sound flows. Wa'idin, also jiriyan an-nafas. The air flows also. Ash, ash, ash. This one is softer, much softer. Then after that, we have the ya. Ay. Sound flows. Ay. There is no nafas. There is no air. There is no air. Na'am. That is what we took yesterday. Today, we're going to take a look at 2 letters. The Lord and the Lamb. Taking these 2 letters, before I draw anything, I want you all to listen closely. Listen to what I'm going to say. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He created for mankind, generally, most of them, they have 32 teeth. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for mankind 32 teeth, 16 on the top, 16 on the bottom. And that which concerns us are the 16 on the top, 8 on the right, 8 on the left. Let's picture that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created for mankind, in general, most of them, they have 32 teeth, 16 on the top, 16 on the bottom. That which concerns us in Tajweed are the 16 on the top, 8 on the right hand side, 8 on the left hand side. Now we're going to name these teeth. We're going to name them from backwards to frontwards and from frontwards to backwards. While we name them, we're going to draw them. Bear with me with my drawing. The first 2 is the najiv. Najiv. It's the first 2 teeth. These are the 2 back teeth on both sides. what we call the wisdom tooth. Those are the two back teeth. The Prophet ﷺ said, "Addu alayha bin nawajiz." Bite on it with your. That translation is not good. Molar teeth. That's not good. No. With these two back teeth. These two back. They're the last tooth. This here is the najiz. We're on both sides. On the top of the mouth. Left side, right side. Left side, right side. After this, look at these three teeth here. We have 1, 2, 3 on both sides. 1, 2, 3. These three are called al-adras. These are the molar teeth. This is the plural. Adras. One is called dars. One is called dars, molar teeth. Thalatha adras. You have 3 molars on both sides. 3 molars on both sides. 3 on the left side, 3 on the right side. Those are the molar teeth. The back one is the wisdom tooth. These are 4 teeth. These are 4. Why do we say it's 4? Why is it significant? Because we have 8 on the right hand side, 8 on the left hand side. These 4 are one makhraj. We're going to get back to it. This is 4. You need to know these 4. These 4, they're one makhraj. After this, we have 4 more teeth. The first one is here. This one is called Al-Dahik. Dahik. Dahik. Dahika means to laugh. And these are the first molar teeth that appear when somebody laughs. When he smiles, a good smile. These are the first molar teeth that appear when he smiles. A good smile. These are the first teeth that after, we draw on both sides. These are dahik. These are the first 2 teeth after the what? Canine tooth. This is the canine teeth. This is called the nab. In Arabic, it's called nab. Nab. Canine tooth. So the one after the canine tooth is called the dahik. And this one, you give a good smile. This is that first tooth that shows when you have a nice smile. It's called a dahik, I mean the laugher. The one who laughs is called dahik. He's laughing. Dahik is he's laughing. That's what dahik means. He's laughing. After that, you have the nab. The nab is that pointy tooth. It's not permissible in Islam to eat dhu nab, an animal that has this pointy teeth, except one that has been made an exception. Who knows the animal has been made exception to the rule? Al-Baba, it's the hyena. No. No. Except the Baba. No. Except the hyena. No. So after that, we have what is called these 2 teeth here. We're coming around to the front here. Pardon me for my drawing. Okay. This is called الرباعية الرباعية الرباعية. Let me draw this one a little better here. That's K9. And this is the Rubaiyah. That's called the Rubaiyah. Then we just have two more, these two front teeth. Two front teeth. They're called Athanaya. Athana, as a fa, na, ya, Athanaya. Those two front teeth are called the Thanaya. Two front teeth, they're called Thanaya. What I drew here, 16 teeth. 8 on the right, 8 on the left. We're going to go back, we're going to look. This here, what is this here called, the two back teeth? This is called what? A najiz. One on the right, one on the left. Then after that, we have thalatha adras, 3 molar teeth. All of these are the 3 molar teeth on the right and the left, 3 molar teeth. These 4 teeth here, all of these 4 here, all of these 4, this is the makhraj of the dod. Those 4 teeth with the side of the tongue is the makhraj of the dod. We're going to erase this and we're going to draw it better. But I just want you to know that. What is the makhraj of the dod? The najiz wa thalatha adraj, the wisdom tooth and 3 molar teeth. It includes 4 of the back teeth. The najiz, the wisdom tooth, wa thalathatu adras, 3 molar teeth. In sequence, with the side of the tongue, meaning the side of the tongue collides with as-safha ad-dakhiliya, the inside face of these teeth, and that's the dog. We're going to explain it in detail. Now we're just looking at the teeth. Why are we looking at the teeth? Because the tongue, you cannot say 6 centimeters on the tongue, 2 centimeters on the tongue. So because the tongue cannot be measured like that, we measure the tongue by what? By the teeth. Measure the tongue by what? By the teeth. Also, these teeth, they are actually the place of the makhraj of the dod. And we know that every letter has to have 2 entities that collide. So the dod is the side of the tongue and the inside of these teeth. Literally. We're going to show further. After that, you have 4 teeth. You have what? Al-Dahik, Nab, Ruba'iyya, and what? Thanaya. You have the Dahik. That's your first molar teeth. If you're going from the front to the back. If you're going from the front to the back, your first molar teeth is Dahik. If you're going from the front to the back, like that, the first molar teeth is Dahik. Then you have K9, which is called Nab. Then you have Ruba'iyya. The Prophet ﷺ, when he was in Uhud, this is his tooth that got broke. But it was the Ruba'iyya, it was his teeth here, that's on the bottom. His tooth got broke, that was on the bottom. Now, the Messenger of Allah, his tooth broke. How hard you get hit when somebody breaks your tooth? You get hit hard. You get hit in your face. In his face, he got hit. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then you have your front tooth. Now, these 4 here are makhraj. These 4 here, this is the place of the lamb. Except that the lamb, what? Except that the lamb is on both sides. Is these 4 and all of this is the lamb. All of that. If we understand that, I'm going to erase all of this and we're going to look at it in a different light. So, who can name all the teeth? And we go from the back to the front. You say najif with three adras. You have the wisdom tooth and three molars. Those are the first teeth from the back. Then you have the dahik, the nab. You have the dahik, that first molar, canine tooth, rubaiya wa thanaya. Now, okay, look at this here, brothers. This is the tongue. The tongue has four parts. The tongue has four parts. First one is the first Bismillah ar-Rahman. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Before we had minor difficulties, we're going to go back and explain how this letter Ad-Dad is pronounced. This is the tongue, Barakallahu fikum. The tongue is on 4 categories. The tongue has 4 categories. This is called, Barakallahu fikum, the first one, Aqsa al-Lisan. Aqsa al-Lisan. Aqsa. It means the furthest part of the tongue, like Masjid al-Aqsa, the furthest masjid. It's called Aqsa al-Lisan, the furthest, the back of the throat, the first part. The one that says number 1, that's Aqsa al-Lisan. And it is the Qaf and the Kaf. Okay, maybe I should write it here. It'll be a little clearer. That's the Aqsa al-Lisan. Number 2, here is called Wasat al-Lisan, the middle of the tongue. Wasat. That's called the middle of the tongue. The middle of the tongue. This here is called at the bottom Hafat al-Lisan. Hafa. What does Hafa mean? Hafa means janib, the side of the tongue. Hafa, it means janib. It means the side of the tongue, the side. The side of the tongue. The side of the tongue. And number 4, taraf al-lisan, the tip of the tongue. Let me write this neat, clearly. Taraf al-lisan. What we're interested now is what hafa al-lisan. What does hafa mean? The side of the tongue. Our screen is small, so we have to erase after we draw. What interests us now is hafa al-lisan, the side of the tongue. Tayyib. Let's look how this letter is pronounced. This here, we're looking at the side of the tongue from the literal side of it. Not on top of it on the side. No, the side coming from this angle. The side, literally the side of the tongue. The side of the tongue with these 4 teeth. Okay, now. These are the back teeth. These teeth are on top of these teeth when you bite. And these teeth, this tooth is on top of this tooth. This tooth is on top of this tooth. This tooth is on top of that tooth. This tooth is on top of that tooth. Now, these teeth bite down, and these bite up. Your tongue is not under, your tongue is here on the side of these upper teeth, on the side of it. Your teeth is on the inside of these teeth. Outdoor. Your tongue, this is your tongue. It doesn't turn to the left like that. It doesn't turn to the right like that. You just lift it up. You raise your whole, and it's right there at the teeth. You don't have anything to do except put the side of your tongue on those 4 teeth. Not underneath it where it bites at. No. On the inside of these teeth. Door. That the side of your tongue with those teeth. Door. You all are after me. Out. Door. Tayyib, listen up very closely. Listen up very closely. Bear with me. I want you all to look at, in comparison, the Thor and the Daw. I want you to all to say this word. At-Tor. Look at your tongue. This is your tongue. I want you to recognize and taste this. It's not just something I want you to understand. I want something you literally taste and you see that your tongue is in that position. When you say at-Tor, I want you to keep it sukoon tawil. This mushaddada, I want you to make it the sukoon part long, like me. Say at-Tor. When you say at-Tor, your tongue, look, this is the back of your tongue, right? This is the back of it. Your tongue from here is touching all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. And from here, all of it, 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 all of it. But right here is where the makhraj is. This is where the point of concentration is. This is where the makhraj is. But the tongue, all of it is touching Ya Abdul Hamid. Taste this. Do you recognize this? You all are after me. At-Tor. At-Tor. So back here is touching all of this. All of this is touching. That sound is from here. Ya Muhammad, are you with me? Ya Ibrahim, do you recognize this? It's not something that you have to understand. It's something you have to taste. You have to feel it. You have to recognize it. Ya Muwakkil, are you with me? Tayyib. Now, let's go back. Here we go. The Dod is like the Thor. What do I mean by that? Kayfiyatul wada' al-lisan. The way you place your tongue, the way you place your tongue is the same, except in the Dod. Now we're on the Dod. We're going to erase this here. And I want you all to say Ad-Dod. Ad-Dod. When you say Ad-Dod, this is all touching, 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 and here, all these 4 teeth. These 4 teeth are the place of concentration. But the way that you put your tongue is the same way that you put your tongue when you say at-Tor, except in the Tor, the concentration is here. Except in the Dod, the concentration, the pressure, the strength is applied on these 4 teeth. You all are after me. Outdoor. Outdoor. As far as the positioning of your tongue, it's the same. From here, from the back of the tongue, all the way around, it is multasiq, it is stuck. There's no Let me explain this one more time. Look at this here. You all bear with me. This is your tongue. You have your lungs here. The air comes up and it's going through your mouth. On this side, it has no way to get out. No way to get out. The air goes, no way to get out. No way to get out. No way to get out. No, it's stuck. Your tongue is stuck and sticking from the back here all up here. The air moves up, no way to get out there. And that on the left side, on the right side, on the left side, on the left side, on the right side, on the right side. Up. Door. There's no air. There's no room. The air didn't find any manfaz, no gaps, no opening, nothing. Are you with me, Abdul Hamid? Do you understand how that, Muhammad? The air's coming up here, and when it gets into the mouth, there's room inside of the tongue. There's room up. There's room. It's fine room here inside, but to go out and go or us, and to find any room to escape. No, is no manfa, there's no open, there's no crack, there's no space. Meaning your tongue, all of this is sealed. But the pressure is here on the taw. The pressure is in the tip of the tongue on what? A taw. But the whole entire tongue is stuck to the roof of your mouth. That's called mutbaqa. It's mutbaq. It's stuck, clamped, closed, totally closed. Mutbaqa means totally closed. So the air comes up and it just finds nowhere to go. Up, up. Isn't that us? When you say us, there's room there. Found a place. As found a place. Up, no place. Because the tongue is totally mutbaqa, totally sealed from the back of the tongue all the way around. Do we understand that? That's the thought. The same situation is what the tongue concerning what? Concerning the dod. In the dod, this is the dod. We have 4 teeth here. We have the najith, and we have thalatha adras. It's the najith, and we have thalatha dars for dod. Your tongue is not going to go like that to the left. It's not going to ring to the right. It's just going to go straight up. When your tongue goes straight up to the roof, this here, multasik, mutabaqa, closed, sealed. All of this is sealed, 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 sealed. And this is the pressure. The pressure's on the side of the tongue with the teeth. And this is the point of concentration. This is the point of what? Concentration and pressure. But all of this is sealed. You all are with me. Outdoor. Don't put pressure here. Don't put pressure around here. No. Outdoor. Now just a fata. Door. Do. Be. Door. Door. Give me 2. Door. 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 Do. Door. Outdoor. Nah, that's the makhraj of the door. Let's look at this one more time. Barakallahu fikum. So we have to know what? We have to know the teeth in this. Okay. What is the side of the tongue called? The side of the tongue is called hafa. The side of the tongue is called hafa. Right? For where's the dod from? The dod is from the first side of the tongue. The dod is from Let me write this clear for you all. Yeah, ikhwah, and this is knowledge. It has to be displayed in the best of manner. Even if you get half of the lesson in, it has to be conveyed clearly and justly. There's no rushing. This is our trust. It has to be done perfectly in the best of manners. Called awwalul hafa. This where these 4 teeth are at. This is the first side of the tongue. The first side of the tongue. Then we're going to have a second side of the tongue. This is the first side of the awwal al-hafa. So where's the makraj of the dod? You say awwal al-hafa ma adras al-arba. It's the first side of the tongue with those 4 molar teeth. The first side of the tongue with the najiz, with the wisdom tooth, with thalatha adras, and those 3 molar teeth. That's the place of the dod. Awwal hafa, the first side of the tongue, the beginning side of the tongue. Meaning, when we say first, meaning starting from the najiz, from the back of the tongue, up to where? Up to the 3rd molar tooth. 4 teeth. That's it. That's it. What is after that? What comes after that? Okay. Look at, and you all go with me. From here, we're going to stop here. This here, we're going to draw a line here. This here is the dod. Okay, now we're going to write the rest of the teeth. How many more teeth we have left on this side? How many more teeth we have left on this side? No, on this side, 4. Right, we have 16 on top, 8 on the right, 8 on the left. Right? Okay. We don't want the tongue to be longer than the teeth. Okay. We have dahik. This is the first one that's seen when you laugh. Then we have the canine, na'am, the nab. Then we have ruba'i. Then we have front tooth. And we have another front tooth. Then we have yeah. Then we have a canine. And we have a dahik. These are 1, 2, 3, and these are 1, 2, 3, 4. Bear with me in my drawing. The lamb is from the adna al-hafa, the lower side of the tongue. This is the upper side, or you call it the first side. The lamb is from adna al-hafa. Let me erase this here. The lamb, where's the lamb start from? The lamb is from adna al-hafa, the lower side. This is the first side. This is the lower side of the tongue. The lower side. But I'm going to increase you all one more fa'idah, one more benefit. What does adna al-hafa mean? What does this word adna al-hafa mean? The lower side. Okay, but we want this. We don't want just the lower side. We want adna al-hafatain. The lower 2 sides, meaning the lamb is all of this lower side and this lower side. And then a hafatain. So now we're going to draw this again. And you all bear with me. We're going to draw it without the teeth now. This is your tongue. From here to here is the dod. And all of this is the lamb. All of this is the lamb. All of this. That, what does the adana have? What does the adana have to stop? It starts with what? The dahik and the canine and those four front teeth. But on both sides. On both sides. So I want you all to put your fingers on your two canine teeth. On your two canine, if they haven't been removed. We have the two canine. There's two, and back of that, those are the two first molar teeth. Now, it's the two first molar teeth. The two first molar teeth. So where is Barakallahu Fikum? Where is the makhraj of the lamb as your tongue? It's from here to here. All of that. From where this is the canine, the tooth before the canine. But it has nothing to do necessarily with the teeth. It's your tongue and those areas. L. So when you pronounce the lamb, where is your point of concentration? And this is another point that we want to recognize. When you pronounce the lamb, Barakallahu Fikum, when you pronounce the lamb, don't make the lamb here. Don't make the lamb just the tip of your tongue there. The lamb is not the tip of the tongue. The lamb is from the adana al-hafa. It starts at the lower side. This is the upper side. This is the first side. This is the second side. It starts right here. This is the second side, the lower side of the tongue. It starts with what? That first molar tooth, then your canine tooth, and so on and so forth. And on this side, it starts at the same place, at the first molar tooth and your canine tooth. When you pronounce the lamb, you start here. You make sure that your tongue is raised up on al-adana hafatain, on the lower two sides of the tongue. On the lower two, don't start here. Don't start here. Why? Nobody says that the lamb is from the tip of the tongue. No, the lamb is not from the tip of the tongue. It's from the two sides all the way down to the tip of the tongue. But it starts from here. It starts from here. Look at these words. We have the lamb joined with a noon. Ulda. We have a lamb joined with the noon. Arsalna. You want to say arsalna, but if you make your lamb from the tip of the tongue, you're going to say arsalna, arsalna, because you're just putting your tip of your tongue there to try to do the lamb. Arsalna, wa idh qulna, ja'alna. But if you start from the two dahik, the two first molars and the canine, you're going to say ja'alna. The noon, that's just from the tip. But the lamb, the noon, this is the noon. Just the tip, that's the noon. But the lamb is, you're going to start here and here. You're going to start at that first molar and the canine. First molar and the canine, you're going to put your tongue there on both sides. Lower both sides of the tongue. Adana, what does adana mean? Meaning that there is a first half of the tongue. This is the second half of the tongue. What's on the first half of the tongue? The dod. This is the first half of the tongue. This is the dod. This is the second half of the tongue, or the lower half, but it's on the lamb is on both sides. So when you pronounce salam, your point of concentration is all of this. Don't just concentrate on that and say ja'alna, ja'alna. Ja'al, arsalna, because you're going to concentrate here. You're going to concentrate there. All of it is going to touch. But your concentration has to be here. The rest of it, you don't have to do that much concentration, is going to reach the roof of your mouth without that necessary concentration. Muqbil, you understand what I'm saying? Here, you have to concentrate. You have to concentrate and make sure that you put your tongue where your canine tooth is, and that first molar teeth, which is called Al-Dahik, which is first molar teeth after the canine. The first molar tooth after the canine. L, L, L. This is our lesson for today. We went a little long. I hope that this is clear. And tomorrow we will go over it. We have to memorize these teeth. We have the najiv, we have the wisdom tooth, and 3 molar tooth. The dot is on either one side. The dot is either on the right side or the left side. The dot is on one side, either the right side or either the left side. Some of them put it on both sides. Some of them put it on both sides. But it's the side of the tongue with those 4 teeth, daw. But the whole entire tongue is mutbaka, stuck to the roof of the mouth. But the point of pressure and strength is on that side. We're going to stop here. And inshallah, tomorrow we will look at these 2 letters again and take some words to practice with. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.